Okay, so hello. This is something new for a change, but yeah, I'm going to be telling you my testimony of how I met Christ and the entire story from the beginning. So yeah, I'm gonna be clear and honest. I mean, it is what it is. My past is the past, and I've grown to learn from it thanks to Christ. So yeah, see you and enjoy. So I will be reading off a script basically, because there's a lot of details and I don't want to miss any. So yeah, enjoy. So I have a history of bullying, of being bullied ever since I was young. Because back then I wasn't, of course, tall and I looked looking this way and whatever. I was short, I was chubby. I didn't play football, and I was weird. I mean, in primary, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, I was then, yeah. It was weird that I believed in God, and I mean, the primary part of me getting bullied, I understand it because I didn't know how to make friends. I was weird. It's just it is that. So yeah, then I went into secondary, and secondary things got worse. I got bullied more because I didn't have friends. Then I got a friend, but then we ended up being more friends that we ended up playing games together other than friends outside of school. And for secondary, I was really innocent, not only when it comes to, well, I mean, sexual education, but even when it comes to, um, I mean, I didn't have the highest testosterone levels. I was short. I didn't look good, and I didn't have female friends. I mean, it's just like, okay, I mean, but at the time it was like something big or normal at that time, or at least in the group that I was in school. So yeah, due to the lack of sexual education, I ended up going and watching pornography, and that ended up being an addiction. I tried breaking out of it, and I couldn't. I mean, I tried and this is going to sound cringe, but I don't care. It's what it is. I tried the Andrew Tate Sigma era, which is where I try to go without it, cold showers, kind of. But I was always good at cold showers, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm really doing all this, but that just made my self esteem issues way worse. So, yeah. Um, and from the young kid, which I was chubby and short, I ended up gaining like 10 kilos about, getting and gaining a lot of height. I mean, I got taller. I played basketball, so yeah, I was basing my from being like excluded for the fact that I didn't know how to play football. I based my value on how good I was in basketball. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunately for the first 3 or 4 years I wasn't good. I mean, I was short, but the last 2 years I was starting to get taller. But then, like last year, I was actually getting good. Like I was playing a lot, not during games. During games, I did have some playing time, and I was scoring in the end. But I will get to that. So yeah, I got fit. I started following bad examples like Andrew Tate and tried to live the Sigma concept way. So with that, yeah, problems came from like year 10 to year 11, grade 10 to grade 11. I mean, I got a spirit of cussing. It is what it is. Pornography addiction. I got into lust. I was not valuing women the way looking at them the way I was supposed to. And like, I mean, with depression, it's only a matter of time until you end up like questioning yourself and be like, what am I living for? And also there came pride where I was basically thinking of myself above others. But this like peaked at sixth form, but we'll get to that. First, I used to go to basketball. Like not only first I went there to get healthy and it was sport was fun. I met friends, though they were only like friends during training. It's not like outside of training I really talked to them. I did try to talk to some of them, and they talked back with me, but like as normal people do. But there wasn't really this relationship. So yeah, I used to go to basketball to cope with the problems I had, And yeah, it was during basketball where I ended up blaspheming the Lord accidentally. Like, I mean, I went for a layup, I missed badly. It was during practice, but then I ended up blaspheming his name. So like, yeah, that's, and from there, like, I kind of like, stopped and like, did I really just say that? I'm like, yeah, then we'll see another version of what did I just say that? Due to the fact that I had a bunch of issues. I mean, it's true. Though I'm using this as an excuse, but it was true. I used to make like a bunch of sexual inappropriate jokes, racist jokes, some sexist jokes, like, and I didn't even like have anything against it. It was just the fact that I didn't have a character. I had a lack of character, a lack of personality that I decided to take those. Which, like, from everything that you could have picked, why did I choose those? I have no idea, to be honest. So yeah, like, I was good at school, like primary, I mean, of course, but I was like one of the top students. I was like really good. I studied a lot. My mother was a teacher and she helped me study and everything. Like, I have an amazing family. But in second year, like, Form 1, it was fine. Form 2, got worse a little bit. Then Form 3 came COVID. Then everything went downhill. Like, Form 4 was terrible and Form 5 mocks were also terrible. So yeah, I didn't, and yeah, during school you choose your options. Like, first you choose a language, and in my school I had a choice between Italian and French, and I chose French. French, I mean, like 6 out of the 50 people, or out of of the 48 people in my year chose French, me included. And yeah, I mean, and like I had chose those options like accounts and computing. Like, this isn't really important, but the important part was like I chose accounts and computing. Like, accounts, I was failing it. I was not good at it. Like, during COVID, I didn't care. I was just like playing games the entire time, playing Roblox Bed Wars. I was really good at it. Like, I was top of the leaderboard. Like, actually, I have photos and everything. But like, that's the past. I don't play games anymore. Of course, like, I'm 17 now. I'm no longer like 13 or 14. So yeah. So like, I was failing my accounts badly, and I didn't like accounts, to be honest. Like, I chose because I didn't know what to choose really. And looking back, I should have chose biology, chemistry, biology, computing. Yeah, to be honest, more like biology, computing. But I don't really know now what I'm going to do for work, so we'll see. I'm testing God's timing. So yeah, so in my perspective, I was failing school, and the option which I was supposed to go into, computing, I was barely passing it. So, and that's not good, like, at all. Like, I'm supposed to get a job in this, and I'm not even going to do well in the exams, which are at the beginning, the O levels. So this is a bit of a like jump, kind of, but like another part of the story. I tried to, yeah, I said about getting out of the pornography addiction. Yeah, like, after I watched that garbage, I got clarity. I mean, it's weird to talk about, but yeah, I started questioning life. Like, what am I living for? Why? Why am I watching this? Like, what am I living for is like a big thing, but like, I felt disgusting with myself, and like, I tried getting out of it, but I just couldn't. First, it suppressed it a bit, training, but that just made my self-esteem issues worse. Then I ended up relapsing, and yeah, it got worse. Basically, out of nowhere, after I haven't spoken to God in like a long time, and like, yeah, I went to a community, but due to COVID and what's it called, and our community kind of got excommunicated out of the church because people who were in the group left and lied about it for whatever reason. So that issue is still not resolved, but I mean, I don't attend much, but we rarely do, but I don't really know. Like, so yeah, out of nowhere, I was home alone. Like, my parents went, whether it be to go get a coffee together or whatever it was. I was home alone though, so like the big things, the good things in my life happen when I'm home alone, and it's also when I do the verses of the day. I spend time with Christ. So yeah, and I can worship and sing my heart out to Him. So yeah, like, I just I'm gonna be clear, like I cried my eyes out, like for to God, like I don't know why I'm watching this stuff like time after time, like I fail, and like I just cried my eyes out at that moment. I told him like I'm debating your daughter, like I said things that looking back they were quite mature, especially for the fact that I didn't no like not didn't know, but I wasn't close to God. Like I haven't talked to him, and it was a lukewarm relationship. Like yeah, just like church on Sunday. That's it. I wasn't really a bad kid, but like yeah, I didn't care. Like I mean, it's like I forgot about him. So yeah, I just cried my eyes out, and for some reason, I mean, thanks to him, I just yeah, I just cried my eyes. I like changed my desires, Lord. Like I can't do this without you, and like and yeah, like after that day, I haven't watched pornography, and it's been more than a year, like way more. Like, of course, of my own choice, because unfortunately, when you're scrolling on YouTube or whatever, TikTok, it's very important that you don't doom scroll. But when you do so, or when you're watching, I don't have TikTok, but I was watching TikTok on a friend's phone. We were like, together with a lot of downtime when I was abroad, coming back home. Like something popped up, and did I choose to watch it? No. Did I want to watch it? No. My flesh might have, yes, but he of course scrolled away after that, and I was like left scarred after not seeing that garbage for more than I was gonna say an hour, a year. So like, yeah. So yeah, after that I had the weirdest week, like weirdest dreams, like actual encounters with demons in my dreams, and in the room which I'm standing in right now, and I was getting attacked like sexually by demons, and like like it's crazy to think that like all of that happened, but yeah, it did happen. So yeah, that was after like giving my life to Christ. Technically, though, I didn't really give my life to Christ. It's like I just cried my eyes out and asked him to save me, and he did, basically. But we'll see. Um, so yeah, the week and a half after, like the time spent from crying my eyes out to like a week and a half after, like I had the weirdest dreams, and that's when I learned about the spiritual side of things and how real they are. Like very very weird and creepy, but not really scary. Wasn't really. I was scared like for on the beginning, and I knew that to call on Jesus whenever if something is going to happen or whatever it was going to, and whatever I was going through. But like still at the time I was scared. I guess I mean I was experiencing these things, and yeah. So yeah, fast forward, I go to this like um so yeah, I mean I'm playing basketball, so I get saved from my pornography addiction. I keep playing basketball. I study, of course. I start getting back to it in school, but I mean, it's really difficult to get back what you lost in like 3 or 4 years. Like form two, I form two, like I passed. Um, form three, I didn't like important subjects. Form four, I failed. Like I passed computer barely. The mocks I did terrible in, even maths, and I was going to like private lessons with a tutor, like, and I worked really hard, and yeah, I'm doing my exams, like, right, I do my listening of English, because where I'm from we do Maltese and English, as languages, like, because we're bilingual, whatever, and yeah, we're doing the English listening, and how do you say, like, I finished it. All I had eaten that day was like overnight oats. I used to really love them, love it. Like it was really good. It tasted good. It was quite nutritious, high fiber, high carbs, whatever. Like that's not important though. Like then I go to play basketball, right? Um, and yeah, like I'm enjoying it. Not many people went because during our exams and whatever. I mean, yeah, it was during my exams, but I still went. Like I'm playing well, like actually good performance. I jump for a lap and I make it, hooray! But like I land badly. At this part, I don't know exactly what happened there, and then I land badly. I kind of limp for a bit. I continue playing. For I don't know if I left or the next day or that night. I remember then I just go to the hospital and at some point because I see that my foot is swollen, and yeah, and like the doctor tells me I have between about like 3 to 6 months of not playing basketball, no gym. Technically, I could have done upper body at gym, but like the person said no gym, and I mean legs is what I really enjoyed. I have really good genetics. Like I didn't even know what training is, and yeah, it could also be like newbie gains, but like yeah, I mean just like the point is I got hurt really badly, and I actually was out for 4 months. And that day, or when I was home, I was peeling potatoes and carrots. I'm thinking, like, what am I living for? Actually, like, I'm failing my exams. As in, not really though. Like, in my mind, though, I was thinking that I was failing my exams. Like, I have subjects that I don't care about, that I don't like. Um, uh, I don't know if the pornography came before or after this. This part's kind of a blur. I mean, it happened more than a year ago. Yeah, it's written, and it's written that the pornography came first. But yeah, so we'll just say that. Um, so I don't know what I'm living for. Even though I was saved, but so even though I called on Christ to save me from pornography, and after that I didn't even start reading the Bible. Pretty sure. And they're like, what am I living for? Like, I've had suicidal thoughts in the past, but they're like thoughts where they'd be like small things, like random, or whether I'd be like, but this was like a real big, like, it was concentration, it was desperation. Like, what am I living for? I have subjects that I don't like. I'm failing my subjects because the mocks I failed, like, I didn't go well at all. And like, yeah, I wasn't happy with my situation. And like, first thing that comes to mind was like, I killed myself. Like, I mean, that's the first thing that came to mind. But like, looking back, could I have done something? Yeah, I mean, I just like, I didn't kill myself, and now I'm here. So yeah, praise God. But like, I'm like questioning, like, what am I living for? Like, and and then this I forgot to mention, but it is very important. Like, you know how basketball players have this dream to go to the NBA, D1, whatever. Like, I was actually starting to get good, so like, all my hard work is gone. Though I of course could have started again, which that's what I did, and was starting to get better again, whatever. Um, though I do believe God used my injury not only to get to know me, but because I had a case of tendonitis. Like, it wasn't diagnosed, but like, yeah, and the coaches didn't know much about like the tendonitis isn't normal in teenagers growing up, because he thought that is the case. But I won't want to blame him. I mean, I was playing basketball 4 times a week, about like after this, but yeah, I was playing basketball 4 times a week. I was going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. Like, I was either doing calisthenics or going to the gym, and basketball. Like, basketball was always there, but it was either I was doing body weight at home, or I was doing or weighted calisthenics, or I was going to the gym. Which, I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing, so yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But then, like, yeah, like, I get this, like, I should kill myself. Like, I don't have to deal with anything. Like, I wasn't thinking of my parents, what they're going to do. I mean, I'm an only child, so I don't think they're going to have a child when they're like almost 50. So, but of course, I didn't think of this at the time. I'm like, then after all of this, I just like, I feel this like calmness, like outside. I'm like, what is this? Like, and this the love of God. I do believe. I don't know if it was his presence. I most probably it was his presence, but it was like out of nowhere. It's like I don't know. It's like you're crying as a child, and like your father comes and embraces you. Like I didn't feel their embrace. I felt an embrace, like when my grandma had died, and I was like Form One. Like a friend of my family is a leader came and hugged me, and he didn't even. I don't even think that I was crying. I didn't have tears. Like, but I do believe God had told him like go hug him, like hug me in this case, like, and I just cried like the child that I was, like, and that's where healing started to come. So yeah, um, I got this like stillness, like for once I was still, because I wasn't playing basketball, I wasn't working out, like I'm just peeling potatoes and quiet. I didn't have background music, which is something that I did and used to do. I don't anymore because like I decided to make a conscious decision about it. Like if you have these constant things, like constantly like whatever it is, like if you're constantly busy, you don't have time to think. If you don't have time to think, or quiet time as I like to call it, you're not going to it's going to be difficult. You're not going to find time in prayer. Like yeah, the Bible tells you to go seek your Father in secret, so that what you do in secret may be revealed to others openly. But I'm pretty sure that's what it talks about. I don't know. Like I don't. I'm not editing much of this. I'm just putting these clips together. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. So yeah. I basically like am still for once, and like, what am I living for? And also, like out of nowhere, like I get this like stillness, like then like I could like roof and like God, was that you? Like I didn't feel suicidal anymore because I was actually contemplating it, and like I was peeling potatoes with a peeler, but I had knives right in front next to me, and I was actually using and thinking of using a knife. But like, yeah, it's true. Like I'm like, God, was that you? And I get this like weird like I don't know, like a man with half paralyzed face would have, but like a smile kind of. Like I was thinking of that I was going through that, but like I met but I'm happy that I didn't, and now I don't have to. And yeah, in those 3 months, 4 months of no basketball, I finished my exams. Uh yeah, I went to this like what's it called? Living, right? It wasn't of it was a living of like this group of in my language like Carmelitani. It's like this group of priests that are dedicated to Mary, like because in Malta there's they call Mary a bunch of titles. I don't exactly understand that Catholicism. I am Catholic technically. I'm not Protestant, that's for sure. But I won't convert to Protestantism or whatever sect of that, denomination of that, until I actually understand Catholicism and see where Catholicism is wrong and everything. Like, because I was going to fast forward, like, for this quick tangent or side note, like, I was going to be, I was, because I had the Discord server, Christian, like, Bible time, and like, yeah, they were very helpful with explaining concepts that I didn't understand, but when it comes to Catholic concepts, they don't understand them. I mean, it's the reason they're Protestant or a denomination of that, or yeah, there's a reason because they don't understand it most of the time. Most of the time, though I know that Catholics have done bad things in the past, whether it be the what's it called indulgences, like the Inquisition, because I thought that Inquisition was like only to defend your like place from like or take back the land from Muslims, but they even went to kill Jews and Muslims outside of. They just even when they didn't need to take back the land. So yeah, that's not something that was good like at all. Like, and I'm a Catholic, and I say that Catholic, but yeah, I don't understand it much, and I have a lot to learn. Not and yeah, um. So yeah, I go to this like live-ins like for 3 days. Like I tell my friend my testimony of how he saved him from pornography and suicide, and he tells me like, and we were walking along like Valletta, Dina or Valletta, one of those, like, and outside of nowhere, like, again, we're walking about next, like near guardrails because there was some, and I hear like there's like you should jump, or like yeah, like a thought, and I'm like I rebuke that in Jesus' name, like, but like bro, he really tried that Satan, and like I told my friend like, hey, like this happened. I was like, yeah, it's normal. Like, I'm like, but you mean what do you mean that's normal? Like, I tried to tell him that God is the way, that He can save you from everything you may be dealing with, because he has self-esteem issues. Um, he was also on that Andrew Tate Sigma grind stereo, so unfortunately, I tried to point him, and he was like, and in the future when we were talking, like that group is no more most probably because I don't receive messages about it. Whatever. Maybe I do believe the group ended because like most of the people were like not interested. So yeah, I was one of them because one of the last meetings that there was that like, I mean I'm 1 year old in all of these guys, but yeah. So yeah, I tell him about all of this, and I'm like, I had made a Discord server for me and the two friends for like if like called Brothers in Christ. At the time was like I wanted to make it like the B word of female dog because I was immature, like very, because like when you make names for Discord servers, it's sometimes mistake like the acronyms of the words. So yeah, unfortunately, and like whenever just to talk, we used to use that, and yeah, it's not active anymore. I mean, it is there. It is, just don't use it. So I just pray that if they need something or they want something, that they message me. But yeah, like I tell him all about that, and like I wanted to help him, but he just like he was like, no, it's like you have a cure, and he's telling you that he's sick, and you're telling me I tell him I have a cure. He's telling me, but I'm sick, like or like let me be sick in peace, or like or cool quiet. He didn't say this, and there's like figuratively, but like yeah, I mean he needs people where he can actually trust them to speak, and which I didn't have because I didn't trust anyone, which came from a sense of insecurity and all of that. So yeah, I mean, and on the third day, the last day, like we pack our baggage, like a luggage, like because we now had like one small luggage bag. Yeah, pretty sure. And something had happened, but I forgive him of that. I don't know why I still remember it. I mean, it's still something, but that's fine. Um. So yeah. So yeah, we pack our baggage, luggage. We're all in a room, like, and we're just on our mobiles, like laughing, making jokes, whatever, showing memes and whatever, like, enjoying it because it's the last day we're going to be spending together because we're in groups of two, and like out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, like yeah, out of nowhere, like I see this like MetSec, which is the examination board, which I do exams with, and like with my index, which is unique to every single person, and it says my marks, which I got, and I see that I got a 3 in maths, which is like a B, kind of. See, but like yeah, technically all you need is 6 passes, 6 5s, but I got 8 out of the 10. One of them I got a U, which means very terrible. And one of them is a 6, which was accounts, which I was failing, but I didn't really care. Like I got a 5 in physics, which I was really happy, which is a pass mark, and a 3 in maths, which is really good because that means all my hard work paid off, and 4 in computing, which isn't the best. I wanted a 2 in maths, 3 in computing, because I actually really worked hard. In maths I went to Pravat, and in computing I didn't. But anyway, so yeah, I also, through French side note, I didn't even speak in the oral, like, as I didn't know, like, the questions came that, like, it's like we either didn't have in the syllabus, like, it was nothing like we did in school. So yeah, like, I see that, like, and they just, like, start screaming, like, I'm not going to waste my voice doing that, but, like, yeah, like, did I really just, and I went well. Like, it's just a surprise for me because I hadn't passed, like, I hadn't gotten good marks, like 2 years, like, technically, or 3, about that. Like, yeah, then like, I go downstairs because, like, they were like the priest and the teachers that were helping make this up, and, like, I tell them, like, "Hey, you went well, yeah." They were happy for me. They congratulated me. Then there was a chapel because we were in a convent, right, where priests reside in, but they were another place, I take it. And I just go to the chapel, and, like, this is when I actually felt like the first time that God was there with me, even though He saved me from suicide and from pornography. This was, like, the first part, where, like, there was change. It was like, oh yeah, God has my back. He was always there for me. So yeah, and I just go to chapel, spend like 15 minutes. Then everyone else starts coming in because we were going to have, like, a last mass. Then we get our baggages and we leave. So yeah, fast forward to, like, I get, so that means I can go to the school I wanted, which is junior college, which was a mistake, but wasn't. You'll see. So yeah, fast forward, I go to sixth form, which is, in this case, is the first one is junior college. Yeah, because I only into the 6 O levels and I had 8, and I got, yeah. So I went. There were some of my friends. I started playing basketball, but my self-esteem. I forgot to say this. I started reading the Bible. When was it? Like, right after, like, right after the suicide point. Like, from there, like, I actually started, and, like, even during those 2 days, like, this friend that didn't want to use the rope to get out of the ditch. Yeah, we read some Bible. Yeah, and yeah, we go, like, where was I? Oh yeah, so I went to this junior college, and yeah, which it was, like, pure maths and computing advanced and whatever other subjects. Like, yeah, I start playing basketball again. I don't go to the gym, but then I get into arm wrestling, not with an actual team, but, like, and the word is, I bullied or mocked my friends for being weaker than me when they weighed, like, 10 to 15 kilos less than me, or, like, 5 to 15 kilos less than me. Like, sorry for the thumb on the camera. I'll fix this. So yeah, which was very terrible of me. Like, I still had a bunch of issues. Like, my self-esteem issues were still there. Like, because I started playing basketball again. I don't know, man. Let me pause this for a bit and drink. So yeah, the little kid who is very insecure came back. Okay, I think it is, but, like, the little kid who was insecure came back when I started playing basketball again. I was playing a basketball for, like, 6 times a week. I wasn't going to the gym or running, or just, yeah, I was either playing basketball in the morning, or I was playing basketball at night with the team. And, like I did this, like, Christmas. Like, I did this, like, consistently. Then I decided to get tendonitis again because I was actually getting overuse injuries and all of that. So yeah, let me find exactly where I am. Oh yeah, a little variation could be because I I remember messaging a friend like when I was going to kill myself, and like I don't. This part feels like fuzzy or blurry. I don't really know exactly. Like I didn't even tell him what was going on. I said, "Man, I'm just angry at life or something." Like, yeah, that's a verse of my language, and I don't know if he messaged me back. I'm pretty sure I messaged him most probably. This is most probably what happened. Like 80%, 90% sure. I messaged him. Like I start contemplating. I message him. Then I get good. Then I get this piece out of nowhere. Then he messages me like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I want to." Yeah, we didn't really talk much. I didn't tell him what was going on, but yeah. So I started playing basketball again. Bro, I can't find this.